It's been good so far. A lot of like van trouble and stuff like that, but I don't know. We should be all right for now. We'll see. We'll see if we make it. I mean, so far we've missed 2 shows from the tour, but other than that, the shows have all been good. Like like tons of kids every night, and our new record is going over well, so it's people are into it, so it's cool. I'm having fun.
How has the crowd been?
Edit this out. I just saw it. Nuts. Crowd's been awesome. Like I said, really, it's really unexpected. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really think that. You know, well, like a lot of places on this tour are places that we've been for the first time, and I don't know if it's an advantage in terms of like kids haven't seen us before, so they're stoked that we're going through, or or maybe it's just people have never seen us and they're coming out to the show like, oh, well, that band was cool. I haven't heard them before, but like the crowds have all been awesome. Like it's been really good. So yeah, like I said, it's a really cool tour to be a part of.
How was Counterparts founded, and how did you guys meet?
We met around 2007, I believe. We met. We were all in high school, and we started just like Eric and I went to the same high school, and I was friends with Jesse through a mutual friend and stuff like that. And Jesse and I we tried to play guitar in this like weird whack band that we had when we were in like grade 10. But after that, yeah, we just like I don't know, we got together and we just met up with people that we liked, other people that wanted to play music, and we just that's where I did a lot of my growing up. I guess was in Jesse's basement, writing songs with these guys. So. And then, from then on, it was just like play shows, and then it was record, do a record, and then tour, and now I'm here. So.
What was the writing and the recording process like for you guys this time around?
It was good. I mean, it was different because of just like we spent a lot of time on it. It's a lot more. I guess it was a lot more like premeditated than the records. Whereas a lot of the other time we would go and we would just like go into the studio and just like try and bang it out in like 2 weeks as quick as we can. But with this one, it was definitely like we took a lot more time on it. Even like just writing it, like not even like the studio part of it, just like writing the songs. We were a lot more, I guess, experimental and confident. I guess, and we weren't really afraid to try new things, and we were a lot. It was a lot easier for us to kind of think outside the box in terms of recording.
What's the meaning behind the pictures used on the new album cover?
It's a tough question. It's a tough one to answer. I don't know. My girlfriend's a photographer, and we spent after we had the record done and recorded. I put, I was going through stuff, and I was trying to figure out what we can do for album art together, and we pretty much put it together, the two of us, and I guess it's really hard to explain without giving it away. I don't really want to give it away too much, but I don't know. It's like I said, it's tough to say. I don't really want to delve too into it. I don't want to talk to you out for an hour, but whatever you guys think, whatever you can relate the pictures to, it's all for you. I don't want to tell you what they mean in concrete, because then you won't appreciate it as much.
What are some themes from the new album?
Death, depression, I guess. Nothing really new in terms of your content. Yes, it's a lot of the same, not the same old stuff. I shouldn't say that, but it's basic Counterparts kind of themes, coping, dealing with life, and all the bullshit you go through every day. And, I guess, like I said, dealing with depression, living your life, trying to make the best of this awful earth that we live on. Basic, same old stuff that we're used to writing about. Some anti-religion songs on there. It's a Counterparts record, I guess. That's the best way to describe it.
What message did want to get across from this new album?
Like I said, just pretty much like the whole record for me is like kind of like a coping mechanism, and I'm hoping that, you know, I shouldn't say hoping, but the fact that some other people see it as that as well is really cool. Yeah, you know, like just the message, I guess, like our band's message, like from day one, has just always been, you know, just like get up and live and make the best of it. You know what I mean? Like that's because at the end of the day, that's really all you can do, right? You can't really, you know, you can't. No one goes through life being happy all the time, you know, and to think that you can be is, you know, it's pretty naive. I mean, if there's people out there that smile from when they wake up to go to bed, I mean, like, all the power to you, but that's not really realistic for me. But yeah, pretty much just get by, man. That's pretty much our whole philosophy on the band is like just get by, just don't shoot your head off, and just keep going, you know, keep trying.
How would you compare your new album to the current Vocarious?
It's definitely sounds a little bit nicer. It's not as raw, and you know, kind of, it's like a little bit more polished, I guess, which is like, some people like that. I mean, I'm not terribly into like, you know, polished, amazing sounding recordings, but I do think the new record has like a solid balance between, you know, that raw like feel and then the big expensive, hey, this sounds nice kind of feeling. Yeah, I think it's just put together more. I think the current Vocarious is a little like, I feel like that was more so a good try than a good record. And, you know, it's kind of like that, and Prophets were just kind of like, you know, they were like, I mean, they're cool records, and I still stand behind the music. But I think that, you know, it's kind of like this new record, like the difference between Hell and Home is like that's the record that we've been trying to write for the 6 years that we've been a band, and I feel like we finally did it, and it finally like came across to where we wanted our band to come across. But I mean, that being said, I still like Earn. I still think Earn's a cool record. I still like the songs off there. But it's just cooler. It's just a cooler record all around. You know what I mean? I think anyway. I don't know what you guys think. But
Do you guys have any weird pre-show rituals?
I go on my phone. That's pretty much it. I'll go on my phone. You know, everyone else will like smoke cigarettes or whatever. And they'll rip a dart or two, and then I'll like put on my California Bee outfit. I'll get my sunglasses on and my tie-dye. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We don't really do, you know, we have a quick seance and, you know, pray to the Dark Lord and, you know, sacrifice a couple kids, but that's pretty much it. We keep it pretty simple.
Describe your live show in one word.
Sweaty. Yeah, that's probably that, or just like red. It's my, you know, whenever I see live pictures of myself, I just got this weird like red, like that red tomato face, and it's just, you know, but definitely sweaty. Sweaty's probably a good word to describe it.
What have been some of your favorite tours?
This one, honestly, this one has been my favorite tours that we've ever been on. Everyone's amazing, you know, all the bands are sick. One of the coolest tours that I think you know, anytime we went out with 100th, or anytime we went out with like, you know, our friends, like, you know, like we went out with like the friends of ours, like Straight from the Path, and we went out with, you know, all those tours are my favorite just because it's like, it's the equivalent of just, you know, having, you know, hey, I'm gonna have all my good friends in one room every night in a different city, and like that's, to me, that's the coolest thing, you know what I mean? Like I hate being on tours where it's like there's some sort of weird barrier, like small talk barrier between you and, you know, the other bands, where it's just like no one's really just down to hang out. Everyone's just kind of got their own sort of agenda, keep to yourself kind of thing. I hate that. I like this tour where it's like, you know, I'll like walk in Heart to Heart's van, or, you know, one of them will just, you know, run in our van and start screaming and just be like, all right, I'm riding with you guys, and, you know, and just, you know, like all that kind of, like I like to be, you know, I like to be comfortable on a tour. I don't like to feel like I need to watch my ass, you know, and I need to watch what I say and stuff like that. I hate it.
What bands would you like to tour with?
I would like to see a Saints Never Surrender reunion. I think that if we toured with them, I think that would be wicked. I like to tour with Sea Haven. They're probably one of my favorite current bands right now. Converge would be awesome. Too many. I'm trying to think of like pretty much all just like, you know, aside from friends of ours, just all the that would be more so for me, just because it'd be like, oh, I get to see a band I like every single night, you know.
What are some favorite tour memories?
Too many. I mean, it's always tough to kind of pinpoint them, but I mean, definitely, you know, like I said, just like they all kind of, not that they're like boring and they're kind of bland, but they all kind of just blend together, and it's all kind of like one big memory that I have from like touring in general, not specific tours, but you know, just like I think one of the coolest things we ever did was when we went to like Wet n Wild Water Park in Florida, and we used our band money like that we made the night before and spent it all to get into this water park, and we hung out for a day with we went with Volumes, and like that's probably one of the coolest things that we've done as a band. I think that was just a fun day because I like water parks, so it was like, okay, we have a day off in Florida, you know, I'm gonna go be a kid and have fun.
Which song are you currently the proudest of?
It's tough to say. I mean, I like the new record as a whole. I'm like, I mean, personally, I think it's the best work I've done lyrically. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty stoked on the whole new record. I think that, you know, it'd be tough to pinpoint one. I mean, you know, songs like Compass and I think Soil is a really cool song. I think that I really like how the lyrics came out, because that song was like, it's in an awkward timing, so that song was like real hard to try and like write lyrics for and think of lyrics for. So that one's cool. I mean, Witness is, you know, I'm fond of Witness quite a bit. That's why we picked it to be the video and stuff like that. But yeah, I wouldn't really want to pinpoint one. I'd just say the whole new record. I'm pretty proud of that. You know, we all are. You know, like, not to sound egotistical and be like, yeah, we're sick, but you know, it's like, you know, we spent a lot of time on it. So the fact that it's now like, you know, we have this finished product, you know, we're definitely all proud of it. So.
Who has all inspired you to create music?
Like I said, bands like Saints Never Surrender and you know, Shine Balloon, Taken, you know, It Prevails is a big one. Like, you know, there's tons of bands, you know, and like the cool thing about us is just like we all have sort of different, I guess, musicians and bands and genres that we are into, you know what I mean? So it definitely helps bring me a lot to the table. And, you know, if we were like, you know, it would be really weird if we were like, we played in this like melodic hardcore band, and we're like, yeah, we only listen to, you know, like Saints Never Surrender and The Ghost Inside and The Fallen Dreams and like all that kind of stuff. It'd be like, I feel like that'd be really weird, because then, you know, like then your band would kind of just sort of reflect exactly what you listen to, which is, I mean, I think it works for us because we listen to a lot of weird shit, so it helps. It's not, maybe it's just not as obvious, you know what I mean? Like, if we, you know, like I said, you know, say we were like really into like, you know, like Saints Never Surrender, like we are, you know, like if we were only into them, I feel like we would just sound like them exactly, and then it would suck, because then we'd just be that rip-off band, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty accurate. I mean, definitely growing up, you know, if it wasn't for bands like Slipknot, I probably wouldn't have started screaming. So I mean, that's cool, I guess.
What's one necessary item from home you bring on tour?
Spare shoes. I usually try and have a pair of shoes that I play the set in, and then shoes that I wear normally, just to keep them from like just falling apart and like, turning into dust. Deodorant's a big key. Acne medication, I usually try and have that stuff. Like hair trimmer, I'm trying to bring that around too, just to like trim this really rusty beard thing, and, you know. But yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say deodorant. I would think that'd probably be like because I mean the other stuff's just like you can kind of get away with it, but you stink, and everyone hates you.
If someone has never heard of you, what would you tell them, and what makes it unique?
That's always a tough question. I honestly don't think I would I would say this is why you should listen to us. I should be like, you know, I think it would be more so like when people ask like why, you know, like, you know, what sets your band apart from other bands, it's like not that not that other bands aren't as cool as us, and not that other bands aren't like don't work as hard, but I mean we're definitely like, I feel like we do work harder than a lot of bands out there. You know what I mean? We go through a lot more bullshit to make this a career than some of the other bands, and whether that, I mean, that doesn't really have an effect on any sort of musicianship at all, but you know what I mean? It's just like, when people ask why, what's different about our band, is like we actually care, you know what I mean? We actually, we're not going on stage and being like, yeah, like let's just get through half an hour and get our paycheck, because we're not getting a paycheck, we're getting $100, and it's like, and I'm living off $10 a day, and it's not a glamorous lifestyle, so that's, I think that's definitely an indicator that, like, if we were in it for money and to be a big band, we would probably have broken up, 5 years ago, after we realized that it's not a lavish lifestyle. But yeah, like I said, not to sound ignorant and not to sound like an ass and be like, yeah, we care, but we really do. And I feel like if you're into people that just legitimately, care about their music and care about the people that like their band, and people in general, then that's us. I feel like that's what would probably set us apart. Again, not to sound like a dick. Realistically, I mean, that's what I would.
That's the truth.
Yeah,
Who has been a big supporter of Counterparts?
I mean, definitely like, our managers, our label, booking agents, stuff like that. We've had, tons of, we've had help along the way, but it's never really been like, okay, like we're gonna help you and like you're just signed now, or like, oh, we're gonna help you and you're gonna get free instruments and stuff like that. It's just, we've made, the people that were supportive of us were just like, friends, family, like I said, label, managers, stuff like that. Like they just, I guess they sort of saw the potential in us and were the first people that were to kind of get involved and get behind us and be like, hey, there's something you can do with this, so run with it, you know what I mean? The kids that listen to our band come out to see us when we play shows. I mean, they're the ones who are most supportive, because they're the ones that are fueling our career and paying for, they're the ones that are buying merch and, paying, like buying tickets to see us and stuff like that. So above, definitely like labels and like all the business aspect of things, like working behind us, but for the most part, the biggest supporters of the band are the kids that care about who we are, and that's just it right there. Like, nothing that I don't feel like anybody can give as much of a shit about us as these guys can.
In a world where music didn't exist, what would you be doing?
No. Do movies exist in this world?
Movies do exist.
Movies? Okay, I would probably try and like write or like direct or something like that. I'd try to do something related to film. I've always thought that being a teacher might be kind of cool, and that'd be wicked, but I don't want to think too much about this world, because I'd be pretty bored a lot of the time. I wouldn't really have anything fun to do. Maybe I'd be like some weird like nerd, like sits behind a computer for 23 hours a day. Actually, yeah, I'm probably gonna go with that one. It's probably the most realistic.
Where do you see Counterparts in 5 years?
Honestly, broken up. I would think. We'll see though. I don't know. I would love to be like I'm 22 years old right now, and if I was 27 and I was still being able to, if Counterparts was still a touring thing and we're still, making money off this band, and it was still like people still liked us, and that's the dream right there, right? Like that is the best case scenario for this band. But realistically, I can't even tell you. I mean, I don't even know what it's like. We might, who knows? Like our van might blow up tonight, or tomorrow on the drive to Medford, and we might be gone then. But
I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope so too.
That would be not too cool.
But ideally, I would hope that we could still be doing this. And if not, I mean, like I said, we never set out to be a big band. We never set out to make a lot of money. So the fact that I've been, to like, all over the world playing in this band and playing the music that we wrote, that's probably the coolest. You know what I mean? Like that's probably like that's enough. That's enough right there. Like that's enough of a that's enough of a payment, in terms of gauging whether or not the band was successful. I wouldn't really be upset if we broke up tomorrow. I think we did what we set out to do, right? I mean, I don't think we will, but you never know, right? Like we might get in a really big fight tonight and break up tomorrow. But I mean,
what is your biggest accomplishment today as a musician?
Like I said, like just being able to tour. Like going to Australia is really that's a big deal. Like the fact that we flew, essentially like 22 hours to get to the other side of the world to play shows for people, and people came and saw us and knew the words. Like that was, touring in Europe. Like just breaking outside of like North America is easy because if you've got a passport and a van, you can go play shows, right? But the fact that we were able to go overseas and not go broke and starve to death that's probably the coolest thing that we can do as a band.
What has been the hardest time you've had to go through as a band?
Probably all this van stuff, honestly. Like that's like we've been on this tour for like 10 days or like 11 days, maybe 12, I don't even know anymore. And I think the band's broken down 6 times so far. So that's definitely that's the big, that's like a huge, stress. It makes me sick whenever it happens. Like I just feel physically ill because I hate dealing with it. But like I said, other than that, there's not so many problems. We just, aside from vehicle mishaps, that's really the only issue on tour. Everything else is pretty. You'll have good nights, you'll have bad nights or whatever, but I'm still in Portland, Oregon, and I'm from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, right? I live I don't know, probably 30 hours from here, and it's just, that alone is good enough, but just these little stupid Ford vehicles and trailers that go out, that's what puts a strain on touring. But I mean, it's okay now. Maybe we'll see. There's no wood to knock on, or I would do it. But.
Have you ever received any weird fan gifts?
Nothing weird, no. Received a lot of cool stuff. We've gotten food and gift cards, Taco Bell gift cards. We've gotten we've gotten a lot of cool stuff. I wouldn't really say anything too weird. I wish I'd get weird shit. If you're watching this, bring me something really weird. I would really appreciate it. But, yeah, I feel boring now. Nothing. We've never. I wish I could say someone gave us a pig head or something, something like that.
Someone sacrificed someone and gave it to you again.
Yeah, exactly. Someone walked up and just gave me a MacBook and said, "Yeah, I'm a millionaire. Here's a new computer." Someone just came and bought us a new van. That'd be sick. But nah, nothing too crazy.
I know Man Overboard got little gnomes. Fans just brought them gnomes.
That's cool. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I would love to get weird shit like that. That'd be awesome. But I feel we're a pretty weird band. We're weird guys, so it would kind of take quite a bit to freak us out and be okay, something's up there. That's a little weird. But we're open to anything. If I can eat it, I'll probably take it from you. That'd be sick.
Any last words?
Our record came out today. It's Tuesday the 23rd. I don't really feel like I should try and sell anybody on it. It's just it's there. Check it out. It's a good, culmination of what I spent the past year and a bit doing with my life. So if you're into that, check it out. Difference Between Hell and Home on Victory Records. That's out today. Yeah, do whatever you want with it. If you can afford it, go buy it. If not, do what you have to, man. Just check it out.